Hi, I've got something a little bit different today. As you know, we've been making a lot of noise in the court reporting and stenography community, and I've actually been approached by this company, Identimap, to share this with my audience. So, as you can see, it's app.identimap.com. Anyone can create an account and log in and check this out. Basically, what they do is personality assessments, and it's an online tool. And you're going to see that they hooked me on this as early as October 11th. They score four traits. So there's the listener trait. So a listener is going to be someone who's calm or easygoing or quiet or friendly or mediator. And the challenges, you could see what the challenges are for a listener. An analyzer, someone who's analytical, perfectionist, so on and so forth. An encourager, someone who's charismatic and positive and a cheerleader. And an achiever, someone who's an entrepreneur, leader, decisive, so on and so forth. So anyway, I've described to people that I feel like I had this massive transformation over the summer. And so when I did this in October, I scored a lot differently than I would have pre weight loss because I just did this again today to show off. This is what I thought of myself pre weight loss. This is how I would have answered pre weight loss. And so you see I was much more introverted, analytical, really not too positive there. Really not much of an achiever. I just wanted to sit home and play video games. So basically, again, anybody can go in and do this free app tool that I'm showing you. Now, here's the interesting part. Identimap thinks that their assessment tool can help people. And they have a second part of this tool called Trek42. And what Trek42 allows you to do is take these assessments and put them on teams and basically understand what each person is good at on that team. So let's say in a court reporting business, you're looking at your different scopists, right? If you have a job with a lot of numbers, maybe you want someone who's more of an analyzer because they're going to be able to catch those numbers real quick. You know, let's say you're a court reporting business and you've got a team of court reporters. You will have a finicky client or someone who needs a lot of attention. Well, maybe you want to send a court reporter who's an encourager on that specific job because they will match well with that client. That sort of thing. So the Identimap company sees this as something that court reporters can use. I've been told that anybody from my audience, can approach the president, Kelly Judd, and it'll give you basically a view of the Trek42 team program and even sign you up for 6 months or something like that for free. I thought this was really cool because here I am shouting like court reporters need help, court reporters need help. And I've even had firm owners ask me like, "How do you screen people?" Because I got somebody who had their what was it? Who had their RPR, and they did something really crazy on a job. And up until recently, I really didn't have an answer. And I think this might be something that we can look at as a field, especially when they're offering these free trials to court reporters and to court reporting businesses. So if you're watching this, if this is something that interests you, if you're somebody who works in any kind of team setting or scoring setting, or even if you just want to sign into the app and score yourself and maybe see what your spouse thinks of you, this is something to check out. And like I said, just if the Trek 42 part of it that I was explaining, where you get to put people on teams, if that sounds like something that can help your business, really reach out to them and tell them, look, Stenonymous Chris Day, he said, you're offering this thing and I'd really like you to make good on it. And they will give it to you because I've been talking with them and it seems like the real deal. It seems like they're really interested in doing what they can to help reporters. Uh, and they want feedback from us, really. Like they want to improve the tool. So to improve the tool, they need people to use the tool. And I think this is an opportunity for us.